Hey, what's up, guys? Today I just want to bring to your attention just some of the things that I would love and just want to see in Injustice 2, from story mode content to things personally I would like to see implemented in the game, maybe on release date or at a future time, who knows. But first thing first, let's talk about what I want to see in the game. I honestly want to see a diverse character roster. I understand that when it came to the first Injustice, like, not trying to say that the character roster they already had wasn't diverse to some degree, but I felt like there were way too many staple characters, where most of the characters in that game was either people you know or people that you heard of, aka Killer Frost, Shazam, Bane, Zod, Martian Manhunter, Zatanna. It's either people you heard of or have some sort of idea of what they can do. Like for Injustice 2, I want them to go completely 100% crazy with the game. I don't want too many familiar characters where well, sadly it's pretty much already confirmed that we're going to get a lot of familiar characters, but at the same time I want them to go 100% crazy. I mean, there's been rumors of the Swamp Thing coming in here, Captain Cold, and Red Hood. Again, those characters are pretty much staple, but I want them to go more on the lines of the Swamp Thing, because most casual comic book fans don't even know who the Swamp Thing is, and I just want them to keep going that route. Like, just keep adding obscure characters like Metamorpho. Maybe Amazo would be a pretty interesting character to add in there. Question, Booster Gold. We've seen Darkseid in the first Injustice during a stage transition, so I would love to see him be in the game. Again, he's a staple character as well, but I just want to see more abstract characters like Ragman, possibly. Like, I just want there to be a character roster where you see it and be like, "Whoa, this guy's new to me." Like, let's go like search him up. Let's go look him up. He looked like a pretty interesting characters. Like, maybe I'll just do a quick research job and just see how I feel about him, and maybe he can be one of the characters that I in the future just can say that, hey man, like, this character, I saw him in Injustice, I thought he was cool, so I wanted to research him, and now he's one of my favorite characters now. So besides that, yeah, I just really want a really diverse character roster, just of crazy characters. I'm gonna make a video of my I guess my top 10 wish lists per se, like of characters I really want to see in this game. So that video is coming out soon. Also, another thing I really want to see in this game is more stages. Like, not saying like Injustice 1 had amazing stages. They were beautiful. The stage transitions was amazing. It was appealing. But like more stages, like, cuz oh my god, I would really be all for a stage where you get a fight at Oa. Like a stage where you can fight on Krypton. A stage where you can fight on just pretty much anywhere. But I would really love to see a Krypton stage and an Oa stage. Like, I understand, like, when it comes to, I guess, making stages, like, you kind of don't want to make too much of an off the wall stage that doesn't really pertain to the story, I guess. But it would really be cool if we can get those two things at least as DLC, because I am really down for the stages, especially since, like, now that they have this whole stage transition thing, like, I'm just trying to see, like, how far they can go and how crazy they can go with just doing straight stage transitions. And another thing I want to see, um I really want to see different character intros and outros and poses. Like, I would really love to see, like, maybe for like Supergirl or Superman, like, they can give them like maybe 2 to 3 character intros and outros, because that would be really cool. Like, it would make the game feel fresh without having to do much. Like, just seeing that, oh, this character has this interaction, this character have this interaction with this character, and just each time you could be fighting the same character, it would be just awesome to see, like, each interaction will just be unique and just placed with different dialogue accordingly. Like, I would think that would be pretty cool. Also, speaking of dialogue, I feel like it's to a point where I feel like when it comes to character, like, stage introductions, like either where they fly or where they I guess ride a bike or just swoop in. Like I feel like it would be really really cool if you can like change and select what character intro you want to have in the game. Like that would be really cool. Hey, maybe like it'll be super cool if they'll give you the chance to do what character monologue intro and outro that you want to have. That like you can select it. So that I think that would be really really cool. Also another thing, more I would really love to see more story missions for characters, because in Injustice 1 we have Star Labs, which was essentially like I guess mini stories for the characters, and then you had King of the Hill that kind of talks about Elseworld stories for certain characters like Harley Quinn, Arrow, Flash. They really just talk about Elseworld stories for them. Like, nah, I would love that. I would love to see them straight up just remake and just redo stories straight out of the comic books, man. Like I would like, especially since Red Hood is in this game, and then the portrayal of Red Hood in Batman Arkham Knight wasn't my favorite, to be honest. Like I felt like they could have done way better. To me personally, the Red Hood in Batman Arkham Knight was a little bit too whiny for my taste, so I just completely dismissed him as a character. Like I just couldn't relate to him. Like he was just too whiny compared to like his counterpart in Batman Under the Red Hood, the animated movie, like where I can completely relate to him. He was such a just interesting character. He was such a just he was that type of character where you understood his motives and it just made sense to me. It just made sense to me how they went about creating his character in Under the Red Hood compared to how his character was in Batman Arkham Knight. But I'm not trying to get too much into that. But yeah, I would really love to see them adapt comic book stories inside Injustice 2. And like yeah, Injustice 1 had like I think a couple references to that, but like I would really love for them just to full on adapt it. So instead of just having Star Labs for characters, you have story arcs that's been taken from the comic books and put into the game. Again, I don't know the whole business side to this. Like there could be a lot of like business jargon I don't know at this point in time. Like I'm just speaking purely as a fanboy. So I don't know if it's going to be a licensing issue to really just claim or just do any of that. But to me, it would be just 100% awesome to see. And yeah, that's pretty much it for all I want to see in the game. That like it's just a very small like wish list, I guess, or just a very small things I just hope that makes it in the game. But yeah. But on a completely other note, I want to take the time to talk about the story mode, because the story mode actually, like, I'm kind of torn, cuz okay, when it came to the story mode of the game, I guess I was in this small camp, but I thought that Superman wasn't going to be the main villain of the story, because okay, you've seen it before. It's done time and time and time again within comic book adapted TV series and movies, where there's an ending, but it's not really an ending. More or less, it's just something of a huge and crazy cliffhanger. And it's been done so many times. If you remember, it's been done in Legion of Superheroes, Wolverine and the X-Men, Young Justice, and it's just been done a lot. So that being said, where in those end credits or when those series reached the season finale of their series, you saw that little end credit thing where there was more to come, or the villain wasn't really defeated, or there's a new threat up and rising. And then Injustice kind of did the same thing with Superman, but it was like, oh, he was captured. Then it was just like, oh, he still has his powers, kind of. But I thought they were gonna dismiss it for Injustice too. But apparently, like, no, like he's gonna come back and he's just gonna be the main bad again. Cause I honestly thought that what they were gonna do is just divert from the whole Superman thing and go straight on to just having Atrocitus be the main bad, which I would have been 100% down for, because I already had like this idea for a story mode where it was just like, okay, First, you have Atrocitus, and then I guess Gorilla Grodd is gonna be his, like, I guess, partner in crime. So Atrocitus goes to Gorilla Grodd because Gorilla City, aka the place Gorilla Grodd is from, is one of the most technologically advanced places on the face of the earth. So I had this prediction that Atrocitus went to Grodd to use Grodd so that he can weaken the defenses of Earth. And obviously, Grodd is an intellectual being, like he wouldn't do any favors. So I guess Atrocitus offered him some sort of like power, or hey, you can have like a Red Lantern ring. Then this will enhance your mental and physical capacity times 3,000 or whatever. And then Grodd was obviously like, ooh, interesting. Or he said, fuck the ring, I just want to use it for like the energy source so I can power a doomsday device or whatever. But bottom line is, Grodd and Atrocitus is working together now. So Grodd will be the main villain for like the first part of the story mode, and then Atrocitus will be the villain for like the second act. But I was completely wrong. So apparently Superman is going to be the main villain again. And I mean, it's not too. It's pretty obvious, especially since if you've seen his character intro for Injustice 2, yeah, yeah, you can assume that this dude is gonna be a villain just from his character intro. Like, he's in cuffs and there's a kryptonite between it. Come on, if that doesn't scream Superman is villain or being detained for a villainous act, I don't know what else it screams. But yeah, so I'm still like, I'm confused as hell now. I thought I had a grasp of what the storyline might be, but since they're throwing Superman back into the mix, I don't know if it's going to be another multiverse story. I don't know if it's going to just be a, otherworldly story where we're going more into space, or we're going to tackle Gorilla City. It's so much that you can possibly like just concocting your mind before you're just like, okay, I think it's just time we just wait for the developers to come up with at least something for when it comes to the story mode. But that's all my thoughts for today when it comes to story mode, and when it comes to, yeah, that's all my thoughts for today when it comes to story mode, and when it comes to just what I want to see personally in Injustice 2. I like to thank everyone who just stopped by, clicked on this video, and be like, hey, this guy has a video out. I'll check it out. Why not? Why not? I have a couple minutes to spare. So for you people that just stopped by and just wanted to check out the video, I definitely appreciate it. For the people that agree or disagree, I'll definitely love to hear your opinions on what you want to see, what you don't want to see in Injustice 2. Also, yeah, tell me what you're looking forward to in Injustice 2. And if they add any DLC, what kind of DLC would you like in the game? That's a lot of questions to answer, but I believe in you guys. You guys can do it. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Peace.